What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Jay Plays. I am Jay Wright, and I want to thank you all for being here. Today, we are taking on a new game called The Last Show of Mr. Chardish? Something like that. I'm not really sure how to pronounce it. The Last Show of Mr. Chardish, Act 1. This game is currently free on Steam to play, so it is one of our free entries, and I'm really looking forward to this game. I'm not sure if it's horror, I'm not sure if it's drama, I'm not sure what the background genre is for it, but it does look beautiful. And as we can hear with the background music, it just puts you in a mood, just puts you in a really nice mood. Anyway, what does the Steam page tell us? Well, it says, "Let's the show begin." It does start with the let's. The Last Show of Mr. Chardish, Act 1, is a prologue of The Last Show of Mr. Chardish full game. Together with the actress Ella, embark on a journey through the past and discover the secrets left by the brilliant director in his magical performance. I'm assuming that would have been his last magical performances. I mean, there's got to be a reason it says The Last Show of Mr. Chardish, right? Either way, that's all we know. Thank you all for tuning in to watch this episode, and I won't hold you any longer. Let's get right to it. Here is The Last Show of Mr. Chardish, August 4th, 1976. Sounds really nice in the background. May have to turn that down, unfortunately, though. 1101, 1976, Lidfield. Dear Ella, I've prepared a small surprise for you at the theater. Please. Yeah, I guess I'll be reading that in post.
Final interview, bringing our series, A Collection of Masks, to an end. Our guest is again a brilliant playwright, actor, and theater director, the creator of such shows as Ascension and Labyrinth, Mr. Robert Chardish.
Chardish. It is Chardish.
Hello?
Henry, it's Ella.
Ella? Oh, Ella! Hello! Honey, Ella's calling. What do you mean, which Ella? Our Ella. Oh, stop it, you. How are you doing? How's the weather out there in the States?
Oh, you know how it is. Win some, lose some, never a dull day. But I'm not calling from the States, I'm here in England.
Oh, one could never keep up with you.
I'm staying in that yellow hotel. What was his name?
Wait, the one here? In Linfield?
Yes. I'm back. Actually, I have a small favor to ask. Do you still have a car?
Oh, yes. The same old one. Had it for 20 years now.
It's the only thing that still works. Could you give me a ride somewhere?
To the cemetery? I can show you which grave it is.
No. I wanted... I have to check out the theatre.
Ah, right. Of course. I can be there in an hour. Would that be all right?
Sure, Henry. You are wonderful.
Wow. Hats off to the actors right there. That was really good.
Back memories, doesn't it? So much has happened here.
Sometimes too much.
Are you sure you don't want me to come with you?
Thank you, but I'd like to be alone for a moment.
That really, okay. You've got my attention. You have got my attention. Let's see if you can keep it. All right. Well, it works really well with our controller here, so that's always a plus for me right off the bat. It looks very, very nice, very beautiful, very nature-ish.
So, we meet again, Mr. Chardish. It's hard to believe that this is the end.
Isn't it? Time flies this fast only in the studio, on the stage, and with Sinatra.
It does indeed. Let me explain to the listeners who have missed the previous auditions that we've been meeting to talk about the major plays Mr. Chardish directed over the last 30 years, from the last one to the very first one, as well as about art in general and the bohemian lifestyle.
As long as I manage to stay on track.
Today our time travel takes us back to a theatre in the village named Linfield, the first stage you had to command by yourself. Before we start talking about art, let me ask, how are you feeling?
Well, I guess I should have seen that one coming, given the circumstances. I feel undefeated, and the prognosis is rather optimistic as well.
Surely a lot of people sighed with relief of me just now.
I appreciate that. Sadly, people who expect to see me on stage will be disappointed. The doctors deny me any excitement, and for once in my life, I am inclined to listen to people who know better than me.
It must be difficult.
Everyone has to exit stage eventually.
Oh man, okay. I was wondering if this was gonna be a like, I didn't want to step on anything or like cut the dialogue off, because one of my biggest problems, like I said, with this whole new channel is missing out on stories or not understanding stories that well, because I'm so focused on also providing commentary. So I want to really take my time with this and make sure I'm listening to all the story. I'm getting as much as I can so that by the end of the game, I actually know what the hell is going on and what we've played through. And this looks like a game that's going to be very heavy on the narrative. And I don't want to miss that, because there's just something beautiful about this game. Just continue on our way, shall we? Wow, I mean, like, this place is so nice. It's got that Skyrim vibe, but I don't feel like it's taking place in so much of a different timeline, you know? Like, if anything, this is like the 80s or the 90s or something like that. I don't feel like it's August 4th, 1976. But wherever they happen to live still has like a very close relationship with nature, which always leads to a very beautiful environment. You know, have skyscrapers taking up all the land, and people too busy to stop and offer a hello or a simple conversation. You know, the days of old, of yore. Which is not to say cities don't have their place, because I love cities too. Where are we at here? Oscar. Oh boy. Okay, well, we should read this. Here we go. London, May 8th, 1957. Dear Mr. Chardish, I must admit to some level of surprise at having received your letter. The last time we corresponded was a few ages ago, if memory serves, though in my age, I don't expect it to. I would say it's a pleasure to hear from you, but it feels inappropriate, given the contents of that message. I will spare you trite words of comfort and go right to addressing your plea for advice. Speaking as a third party to this and a person who some might call ancient, I cannot make the decision for you. I may possess all the facts, but it's not the facts that are the most important here. Two people will have as different impressions of an event as the faces they see in the mirror. As such, whether you leave or stay, you have to decide on your own, and I see no correct answer. Do not forget that life is quite long, longer than it seems to be to the young people, and as long as it lasts, there's time to change our mind, fix all the mistakes, take a step on the scene yet again. Best regards, Professor Edmund Whitemoon. Take note. All right. So he asked this professor for advice on whether to return to the stage or maybe about a relationship in their life. Oil the pulleys, Jim R. Fix the screenplay, scene 2, Robert. Order new chair, Sophie R. Push the printers, Robert. Arrange tailoring, Sophie. Berta R. Fix the stairs, the rail is loose. Theater notes, fix up the stage. Got that. I am with you on there. Alright, I'm a little jumpy here, it seems, so you have to adjust the control. Oh no, what did I do? Okay, here we go. How do you read it? Oh, okay, well, Linfield 402, 1957. Oh, I guess this does tell us, oh, sorry, it's like the 50s then.
What?
Dear Henry, I apologize for not coming in person. Sending 2 sets of keys to Linfield, the smallest one to the mailbox. Feel free to sell the contents of the boxes. I have no use for them, you can send them back. If you find someone to rent the place to, go ahead. I feel too weak to take care of that. I am entrusting it to you. Once again, let me apologize for not being there in person. I couldn't because... I'll just go. Now, who sent that one? Dear Henry Lidfield. Is that Chardish as well? Really should pay attention to who's sending these notes. Oh, some more stuff. Curtain call. Is there true to be found at Broadway? A real star in 2 months. How did she do it? The Curse of Cursing. A critical look at profanity in theater. Right, because if you have to use curse words, that means your vocabulary is not expansive enough. You gotta expand your vocabulary is what they say, right? Is there true art to be found at Broadway? 1953. So I was wrong. It's not the 80s, it's not the 90s, it's the 50s. Which, yeah, that's kind of more what I was thinking anyway. I just didn't say it right. Big braid. Make a ponytail from the hair on the top of the head. Leave the fringe down. Make another ponytail below. Separate the top ponytail in 2 and pull these apart under the bottom. Am I going to have to do this or am I just reading this to read it? Optional. Tease each loop for more volume. Okay. That's literally a note on a braid for hair. So that's great. But Unless I need that for some reason, I'm not gonna read that. I don't feel like that's gonna really enhance the story for me. Before Sophie left for the city, I talked to her and wrote these down. She said these should be enough to do the hair. Without her, we'll miss you, Sophie. Oh, are we actually gonna have to do hair? Am I about to eat my own words? Easy chignon for quick wardrobe changes. Oh god, there's more hair stuff. All right, well, you know, if you want to read that, you can read that. Pause the video and read that. We're gonna move on from all of this hair stuff. Yeah, no. I just don't see that coming into handy for me right now. Where I'm at in this stage of my life, I just don't see those doing much good for me. Who's breathing all hard? The stage, my friend, the stage. The stage is a calling. Oh, where art thou, my fair brother? Oh, that's a cool mask. I'm not gonna pick that mask up. What do we got here? Wanderer walks confidently, back straight into the audience. Walk, do not turn back. Note in the margin, knows there is no return. The wanderer raises his head, shudders. The road leads upwards. The wanderer, forget. Curtain, exit stage left. Note in the margin, implores to no avail. Alright, somebody left a screenplay. We're gonna take that just in case it's a hit. Not gonna grab that mask only because I swear I saw that in the trailers. I feel like that's an important moment, so I'm not just gonna grab that right off the back. The girl with the flaxen hair. Okay, so this is all gonna be about hair. So I may have to go and look at those notes again because hair seems to play a huge note. Solitude. All right, I'm not really good at reading piano notes. Never learned to play the piano. I can play the trombone, maybe get you some percussion, but that's about as far as I got. All my skills allow me to do, all my childhood band training. We have a jump function as well. Yeah, I think I said that actually already. Wait, but this jump function is failing me now. Hey, we can actually see like our bottom half though. Like most games you look down, you can see your feet, but like I can see everything. I can see our shirt, our pants. All right, jump function is not as good as Alan Wake's. It's not gonna get us very far. Bar seems to be empty. I just want to make sure I grab everything before I grab that mask. Aha, we can go off the stage. What's this? Apparition. You wish to shine. The light burns. Note from R. Set up the spotlights on the rails. E-Gym. Find a mechanic in the city. Their city or their town just reminds me of like the Shire. It just seems. Then again, it is the 50s in England. Apparition. You wish to. Didn't we just read that note? I mean, it makes sense that there would be copies in case you have to hand out the job to multiple people. Or multiple people need to know what the job is. All right. Well. All right. Let's just pick up this mask. I think we picked up everything that we could out there. Look at it from my perspective. All right, Sally Face. Solitude. Starring Robert Chardish, April 13th, 1957. All right, this is one of his plays. We know that for a fact. Yeah, this is like Sally Face if he grew up in 1950s England. With brown hair. Still looks as, not depressed or sad, but, hunched over with, oh, maybe not. Maybe a little depressed. Who's got that Tim Burton mind? Oh, boy. What do we, This is a different perspective and angle on the game. We've completely switched from like first person to third. And the way the game looks has shifted as well. It's more cartoonish. Interestingness. What am I trying to unveil? I mean, I can move this, but what? For what? Maybe we need to unlock the door? Or... There we go. Okay, that's cool. I'm curious what the message is here. Why did he need the spotlight to be able to see certain things within the room? And why does he have the Sally face mask? Like, what's going on with the mask? Is it a theatric thing, or is it a prosthetic? What is that? What is that moving down there? Is that a crab? Oh, no, those are just leaves. Okay. Not leaves, but flowers. Flowers, man. Flowers. God, educate yourself on plant life, on florals. Just got crazy dark on me for a second there. Because, like, again, you know, now that we're playing through it, I don't think this is going to be a horror game. It doesn't strike me as horror, though that can be horrifying to look at depending on your angle. But before we touch that, there was a musical element that I wanted to mess around with.
Have I planned it? Not at all. The films were a complete novelty to me. But I'm glad that I dared. Despite the sacrifices and changes this decision brought about.
Okay, so already, what if we're thinking they're both, he and Ella were, you know, stars of the theater, or, you know, artistically minded, but only theater focused, and she went on with her life to Broadway and then, sightless, eventually film, and kind of left him, or as he felt it, left him behind. So he's had a distinguished career, though, because we just heard a whole tape about him being great or something. Huh. Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. So we can break out an entrance because of the light, blocking the light? Oh, without the light, it reveals...
Sightless. 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 Sightless.
Interesting. I need a new path, because that path ain't gonna work. Or maybe just make the guy disappear. There we go, like that. Boom. Sightless. Getting real artistic on me here. Is it another picture? Okay. What is behind door number 1? Oh, it's like a... Well, my first thought, honestly, was an Articuno. But some kind of bird. Some lovely kind of bird that I do not know by name. I cannot identify this bud that you have presented to me. And... a flower. A flower. That's about as far as my naming goes for flowers as well. I cannot... Wait. I didn't even think about the fact that I could end up choosing a path. Maybe I want to choose the bird path. I just kind of walked. And low-key, I want to go back and choose the bird path, not the flower path. I don't know how this is going to differentiate between two, but I do feel like as I'm walking, I'm seeing glimpses of, yeah, the other staircase, and I'm wondering if that staircase is where the bird would have led. And it actually looks like it leads to the same. Yeah, I'm gonna go see if this leads back to the bird, if there's anything different. Oh wait, you can't go any further back. I lied, I'm going back. I'm assuming that's just the bird path.
We were.
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 Here.
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 Okay.
Together.
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 Forever.
Together.
Forever together. Together forever. Forever together.
Who stood against us?
Who stood against us?
Who stood against
Who
us?
stood against us? Who stood against us?
Who?
I mean, I don't even know what to really be saying right now. I'm trying my best to decipher what it is we're
We've seen things.
We've seen things. We've seen things.
What it is we're unveiling.
We've decided.
We've decided. We've
Okay.
decided.
It's a trio.
We've decided.
We've
Definitely a
decided.
trio of
We've
people.
decided. We've played.
We've played.
We played.
And I can only assume one of them is him and one of the others is Ella.
Who stood with us?
Who stood with us?
Who stood with us?
I don't know who the third person could be.
Who stood against us? We've seen
We've
things.
seen things.
But the center is empty. Who knows, man? Okay, all right. We'll go check out the stairs.
Decided. We've decided. We've decided.
You wanted to shine. 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 You wanted to shine.
Is she talking to him,
Shine.
or is she talking? She's the one that went on to Broadway, I'm guessing.
You wanted to shine. You wanted
And
to shine.
are we talking about
You
he
wanted
did
to
shine
You
and
wanted to
he can
shine.
accomplish that goal,
Shine.
or are we talking about when she
Shine.
left,
You wanted
he wanted to shine like she did and was not able to?
shine. You wanted to shine. You wanted to shine. You wanted to shine.
Just throwing out ideas. Not saying this is what it is. Hey, we even check to see if there's anything over here. Nope, I don't think there's gonna be secrets in this game. I think this is a pretty straightforward path that's been laid out for us.
For this price,
The light
price?
burns.
for this price,
Burns.
for this price,
The light burns. For
For
this
this
price.
price?
What? See the
light.
stage play for this price?
The light burns.
I'm trying to think of like the last stage play I saw, and I'm pretty sure it was a parody of Hamilton called Spamilton, right before COVID took over, and it was hilarious. You know, for a piece that's making fun of Hamilton, it's actually some really good songs and some really good actors in there.
Burns.
How do I get to that? What do you want me to do there? I can't. Oh, you know what? Probably gotta interact with the light, huh?
this price.
Duh, what we've been doing for like the entire game. Not up. Oh, I'm curious. Before I go there, go here.
For if I had a friend all on this earth, you've been a friend to me.
Couldn't find the beat, man. I could not find the beat that you were trying to sing, but it didn't sound terrible. It's your technique. I gotta be honest, man. It's your technique. That's what's off. Lots of people. Okay, not lots of people, but people showed up for it.
Go.
Do not turn away.
All right.
Do not turn away.
So I'm guessing our main mechanic this entire game is going to be lights in revealing paths
Do not turn away.
and stories.
turn away.
I'm trying to block. There we go. At least it works. It's not finicky. I don't feel like I'm getting cheated or I'm having to be too precise. So that's a nice feature for a game that's going to be heavily focused on, you know, maneuvering light to reveal path. To reveal a path. Should probably put that A in there. All right, well, we're moving forward on this. What are we walking on? What is this? Like, I mean, it's such a kind of like a visual shock, right? Because we went from a very realistic looking start intro to a very cartoonish, imaginative world very quickly. Where like even the water is just falling down like something from like a Looney Tunes cartoon. Maybe not Looney Tunes. Excuse me, maybe not Looney Tunes. I'm trying to think of another cartoon that has this kind of art style. Okay, we're gonna follow the path of our friend here. Interesting. I shall walk with you, but I want to go check out this water though.
The road leads upward.
That's, I don't know, it's just so interesting. Oh, wow, oh, cool. Okay, so there are secrets. I gotta pay attention.
Famous You feel like you've caught a genie in a lamp. And then, unfortunately, you remember the details of this fairy tale.
Is she suffering the curse of becoming famous? It's like, oh, everything you've always wanted and dreamed of, but then you get there and you realize it's all cracked. It's not everything it's been cracked up to be. I don't know if this is true or not. I've never been famous, but it seems like we hear that a lot from celebrities who hit their dream. They're like, guys, you don't understand. It's not what it seems to be. Like, sure, I got private jets and, you know, I own an ocean in my backyard and I can pretty much do whatever I want, but it still sucks. I'm just making light. I'm sure it does. Like, there is pressure having people constantly judge you every day. In every aspect of your life versus the aspect of starting out in film or theater or music or whatever you're doing, and you're just doing what you love and you're hoping that the success comes, but there's not that constant attention to everything you do in your life. So you can make a dumb mistake or make a dumb comment and not have it haunt you, and then you blow up. And everything you thought you could say before, you can't say anymore. You've become a product of the people. I can see how that would suck. I feel like that is something I should be able to get to, but I guess not. I don't have a light, so we're not going to worry about that side. Going to keep moving forward. The road upward. Very visual experience, though. Very, very peaceful setting, you know? Which is just such a nice change from what we've been experimenting in. Oh, dude, this is like his one play. Oh, this is cool. This is cool. But, oh, are we being followed by a light? I didn't even realize that. There's a light above us this entire time. Like we're putting on a play. Huh. That's cool. Okay. But yeah, there was that one poster in the beginning of the game, and the poster showed him going through like a maze. I'm sure it's a play he wrote. Oh no, we need to figure out how to get to that music player here. Actually, it was not that hard. Here we go.
Plans? I had plenty of plans. I wanted to have everything under control. But that's not how life is. The harder you try, the less control you have.
All right, well, gonna go back the other way now, and that's just really cool. It's just accounting for every way that you could possibly go, and how they materialize with the light that's shining above us. That's a dope feature. I don't know if it's been following us this entire time, or if it was just for that one sequence. I guess we'll find out here in a second. Oh, this turned a little bit moodier. This had to be fun to draw as well. Like, I don't know, man. There's just something really pretty about it, but also disturbing. And to find that balance has got to be fun as an artist. All right. Well, it doesn't seem like there's much to really interact with. I know I'm walking on your flowers. I'm sorry, I apologize. It doesn't seem like they're too affected, but forgive me for the rudeness. And we're back to a stage play again. The trio that was broken up. That's what I'm rolling with right now, is a trio that became a duo, that became a uno. And then the uno, Mr. Roberts here, became very ill or caught something, probably cancer, and is now dying and is unable to return to the one thing he loves. Hanging out, painting. Nothing to say about that, all right? Okay, the people just disappear. That's cool. That's completely normal and not a little bit terrifying. Make something out of nothing. All that is cardboard. That's, I mean, obviously, like a real stage play. That's always really cool, though. Like the things that you can create out of really nothing, but give the illusion of a whole world. On a stage that's technically got, you know, 4 walls, if you count the audience side of things. Height. Oh yeah, he has a play called Ascension. I remember that. And Solitude, and I don't remember, the Anger was another one. A lot of emotion-based plays. Or emotion-themed. Alright, let's explore this cardboard city. That does not remind me of the city Ed, Ed, and Eddie created in that one episode, where everything was made out of cardboard and became a very very nefarious, dangerous place for Plank and everybody involved. Alright, I'm assuming that goes there. Oh, but we need to definitely get that thing up there. I want more of the story. What did she do? Who did she leave? How did it affect them? Why did the trio become a duo that became a uno? Alright. Some trickery around here, it seems. Aha! There we go.
First, he got it into his head that he would sleep in the theatre like the old days, but I set him straight. But he still drove there every day, insisting he had to finish something.
Okay. Are we talking about Mr. Roberts here? Okay, we're going to proceed. I guess about here, but what are the trees for then? Not really sure. Other than blocking a path, because you can't reflect, obviously, off of these things, so... Huh. What are you for? Why would I want to block that, though? Oh, I see. Okay, I wasn't taking into account this light right here. Okay, I got it. Now I see. Now I see what's happening. I should have realized rather quickly that I was missing some piece of the puzzle here. So, now that we have that, we can move this here. Boom, boom. It was just the double trees that was messing me up, but they're really not that much of importance in this. You just need to move them out the way, so. Up, back at it again with the magically appearing steps. Hopefully this isn't like Among Us and this isn't just gonna drop away from me.
This was your desire.
What was our desire? What did we want out of you and what did we want out of us? And where does this go? Alright, I gotta wait, is it just taking me back? Okay, this does me no good. I guess you can just kind of go multiple ways to get to your destination here. My desire. Alright, what next?
This was your desire.
Oh, still my desire. Alright. Let's keep it on brand. Finish out strong.
This was your desire.
My desire. That's right. My wishes. My way of the highway. I am the brilliant playwright, actor, director, theater manager, I think it was. And you are the talent. What do we got here? Is this a reflector? No, it's a light. It's a fake light, but it's a light that works. What do you want me to do here? Oh wait, no, it's not a light. Okay. Maybe I'm supposed to create like a stairway to the top level. Maybe that's what they're asking me to do here. Yeah, like if I were to leave it just like that, maybe I can jump up the rest of the way. I don't know if he's gonna make that. Oh, he did. Dope. Okay, cool. Oh, cool. All right. I don't even know if that was the right way to do it, but I'm assuming that was somewhere in the ballpark. Okay, so this is obviously a city. I can hear the bus stop. So is this him going to see her in New York in her debut? Because this is clearly a 1950s theater. Whoa. Take your spotlight, Mr. Charleston. Charleston? Charleston. Chardish. August 4th, 1976. Oh, it takes place in the 70s. That took place in the 50s, but this takes place in the 70s. Duh. I'm an idiot because the game started and it told me what date it took place, and I just completely, I heard that information, but I didn't store it. All right, it's 1976. So I was right with my original answer that this was like the 80s, late 70s, whichever. All right, well, now what?
The last performance showed in Linfield was definitely aimed at a mature audience. And from this perspective, it seems quite sad.
I'd rather call it introspective. It was a time where I used to spend quite some time on pondering what art is, how it reflects life, the decisions taken.
Alrighty then. I feel like that light is meant for me to go explore, so we're back to being first world, and I'm gonna go explore this light. Though I don't think light has the same power here that it did in the other world. Ah, it's just showing me that I can go to this door now. Okay. Is it showing me something back there too then? Yeah, nope, it had no meaning for me to be back there whatsoever, so we're gonna go explore this door over here now. Somehow, some way, once I figure out which way I can walk, because our jump is practically useless. Mario, we are not. Is it because I'm wearing heels? Am I wearing heels? What are those? I can't tell. No, they just sound like heels. Goldilocks and the Three Bears. Hansel and Gretel. Robin Hood, the classics, right? Ascension, Daydreaming, Solitude, which is what we just played through, Symmetry, Anger. So are these all episodes in the full game that we're going to explore? Take the note. How to be really modern, Jonathan Bluebird. Okay. Sluggish. Lavish furniture is simply passe. If you're still an owner of a bed that could safely fit a king with half his entourage, you're better off donating it to a museum or selling it at a flea market. Maybe there, the dust trap will find a desperate historian. The future belongs to elegant, functional shapes, bright colors, and modern materials. Ella, search flea markets. Right, because, I mean, if everybody's giving away their king beds, because you want elegant and modern and futuristic, she'll take them. Certificate of recognition. This certification is proudly presented to the Team Knight. Bishop Rook. Oh, of Royal Academy of Dramatic Art, Robert Chardish. James Lake. Ella McLean. Thomas Steele, Knight by the Thames Jury, London, 1952. Yeah, I don't know why I read it off of that. I mean, the text is big enough that I could read it the way I had it. So there's kids' drawings here too. So did they have children? They wore pots on their heads, and that was great, Johnny. An interesting study of the human fear of the unknown. The futuristic environment is of particular interest. M. Green. They wore pots on their heads, and that was great. Because that's the future. Everybody's going to wear tinfoil. Or, you know, it's always, every time you see a movie, not every time, but when I think of movies that deal with, like, the future and it's, like, dystopian look, admit one. Big old ticket. This isn't a note. Why are we taking this? This has nothing of interest to us. Although it is cool to look at. That's about it. All right. But, the future people always wear the weirdest looking stuff. Like, you look at Hunger Games and just how far fashion seems to progress as society moves forward. And I'm not gonna lie, if you look at some of the fashion shows and what they're wearing, not too far off from it, man. We've been wearing some interesting choices. Calendar, 10 April Wednesday, dress rehearsal. 10 April Saturday, loneliness premiere. 15 April Monday, loneliness. 2022 April, Easter break. And then you come back on Saturday for another loneliness. Nope, I'm gonna take that note as well. I'm not really sure why we're collecting notes, but we are. Something was, oh, it's just tickets. Okay. All right. Some more notes. London, 1957. Robert, you and your self-destructive tendencies. If you miss having a second voice on the stage, why do you keep writing scripts for one actor? Stop tormenting yourself and come to London. We'll have a bit of whiskey and play something together. Jay Lake. Okay, so this is about Robert feeling alone, abandoned by his team, his duo. I thought it was just Ella, but maybe it's more than just Ella. Okay. I see a photo. I don't see a ghost or anything. It's just a picture of a house. I mean, of a stage. Interesting.
And your conclusions?
Rather trite. When you're alone on stage, even light feels heavy.
It just seems like a lonely man as well. Like, of course, loneliness is gonna feel even more lonely if you're already lonely going on a stage. Like, if you're taking what you're already feeling inside onto stage for public display, then of course everything's gonna feel like 10 times worse. Some people love the stage by themselves. Some people love being the star of attention. Some people, you know, revel in that. What is this? What are we holding here? Oh, wait, no, don't put it on yet. No! I didn't explore the... That's okay. That's okay. We will go back in. We get to... No, I didn't explore the rest of the room yet. There was still
Please
stuff.
enjoy the final interview, bringing our series, A Collection of Masks, to an end. Our guest is again a brilliant playwright, actor, and theatre director, Mr. Robert Chardish.
Oh, that looks cool. Oh, there's a kid gonna be involved. And a robot. And a bird, man. And a bird. Huh. That puzzle looked difficult.
So much has happened here.
Sometimes too much.
Are you sure you don't want me to come with you?
Thank you, but I'd like to be alone for a moment.
Okay then, the last show of Mr. Chardish, available soon. Add to your wish list. Well, thank you, Mr. Chardish. Yeah, I guess I will see you all on the main Steam page to review the last show of Mr. Chardish. All right, everybody, here we are on the Steam page for the last show of Mr. Chardish Act 1. As I said before, it is a free game that was released on September 3rd, 2020, and my final thoughts on it are this. Short, sweet, to the point. It's a beautiful game. Hooked me instantly. I wanted to know what happened to Mr. Chardish. I am a little upset with myself that I didn't think through my last actions there in that last part of the game. I should have recognized that that was a mask. I should have remembered that the whole story was being told through picking up mask. So I shouldn't have picked up that mask until I was absolutely ready to progress. A problem that if you've been with the channel for a minute, you know I keep stumbling upon. I keep progressing the story without meaning to. So I would like to go back and explore that last room to see if there were any final notes, though I don't think there would be anything too jaw-dropping simply because it was only the prologue, you know, so we're not getting the main meat of the game anyway. This is just enough to tease us, to wet our beaks a bit, as they say, to make us want to purchase the full game, which I will say Act 1 does make me want to continue on. And I realize that this game doesn't seem like it's going to be too heavy on actual interaction as far as me doing stuff in the game to make stuff happen. It seems more like a storytelling, a visual novel. You know, you're listening to somebody recount what I'm hoping to be an emotionally gripping story. And I love narrative. I love stories. I love a good story. So I'd buy it. I don't care if it doesn't mean I'm not running and gunning. I don't care if it means I'm not fighting or running away from ghosts or demons or whatnot. As long as it has a good story, I'm definitely there for it. And hopefully, if you enjoyed this, you'll also be there for it whenever this game does decide to officially release, because I liked what I saw. I really did. It was really beautiful. The music was nice. The voice actors were like spot on, man. Like they really helped you feel in the moment. And we've been playing a lot of games where I've had to do the voices, and I know I suck. I'm terrible at them. I apologize. I'm trying. But these guys and women were good. Really, really good. So that's really all. I mean, it's short, so there's not much to say. I hope that, like I said, the whole game is not, well, I didn't say this, but I do hope the whole game is not maneuvering lights around. I'd rather listen to the story than keep moving those lights around, because that does get a bit tedious there, and the puzzles are not so interesting that I want to keep figuring out how to move a wooden tree or fake light around to make my light reveal something. Cool aspect, but I do not want to do that through the entire game, though fortunately, through that little tease, it doesn't look like that's what we'll be doing. So I'm looking forward to it. I do recommend it. It is free to play, so check it out for yourself. Maybe don't pick up that last hat on the bed or that mask on the bed and, you know, kind of explore the room a bit there. But that's all I have to say. I want to thank you all. You, right there, you. I'm looking right at you. Thank you for tuning in and watching another episode of Jay Plays. I really want to see you in the next video. And don't forget, if you have a suggestion for a next game to play, or if you got a series in mind that you want to see, drop it in the comments below. If you check any of the other videos, whenever somebody says something, I always respond, and I will do the same thing for you. So feel free to do that. I will see you in the next video. Deuces.